freelancers, I've got a little list of questions that you might like to ask your client in that discovery meeting. So the meeting you have before you start working with them to help you vet the client and to get all the information you need to do a really good job. These are a few ideas I've just had now. So the first question, would you like to tell me about your company and your goals? I like to have a really open-ended conversation. So they tell me whatever they want. I take notes. And at this point, I like to do this because I'm listening out basically for problems they have, other ways I can solve problems. I'm trying to hear out about the company culture, what they've done before, how they like to work. I'm trying to figure out basically if I think that we're going to be a good fit. The second question, what are you hoping to achieve with this project? So by asking this question, I'm just checking in to make sure that I'm going to actually be able to help them, that they actually do need my services, because sometimes clients get it wrong. And if I felt like what I was doing wouldn't be productive or effective for the client, I could tell them at this point that perhaps they need to think about a different type of marketing. And then they can come back to me when I think they'll be a better fit. I like to ask if they've marketing like it before, and if they have, I like to take a look at it. The reason why I ask this is because I don't want to repeat work that's already been done. I don't want to suggest something that's already been done and failed, for example. So asking this question just gives you a bit of a bigger picture of what's been done before and what has or hasn't worked. I always ask what internal resources they have, because if the client has got internal resources with capacity, we can use their resources as well as me to get the job done faster. These questions about meeting times, I like to try and set the scope there to a scope that basically I'm comfortable with. So I'll say something like, generally, I like to meet with my clients once per month. Does this work for you? And that way, when you ask, does this work for you, you're seeing what type of client they are. Like if someone wanted to meet me weekly, I probably wouldn't accept the client. Because also, I like to ask, generally I send an update email each week. Does this work for you? Again, I just want to see how much they need me to respond and talk to them. Just kind of feeling my way around it, trying to figure out what the client wants from me and how we can create a good working relationship. Finally, I create the scope of the next step. So I'm handling the project and telling the client how this is going to go in the next stage. Next steps would be to do X, Y, and Z. Is there anything else you want from me? So I'm making sure that they don't want more from me before I move on with the next steps.